Let's read this post. So, as I said, on the Gumroad and on locals, me and PPP are watching the amazing digital circus. PPP in particular is not having fun, but it is very probably the most well received thing I've ever made on locals or Gumroad. People are fucking loving it, so we're gonna keep doing it. He's also receiving very good feedback on his side of things, so we're just kind of stuck doing this now forever until people stop caring, and then we'll move on. But Gooseworx. Well, this is a collection. Nicholas II of Russia. This appears to be an avatar of Nicholas II of Russia in the style of Disco Elysium. I could be hallucinating that, but that's what it looks like to me. I don't know if that's true or not. But it says, since there are people in social media now that try to paint Gooseworx as this tiny little artist that never did anything wrong and that he never brought stuff onto himself, let's do a recap to show how part of the stuff was his own fault for trying way too hard to interact with the fandom upon other questionable shit he posted. So, as I said during the reviews, Gooseworx apparently, based off what I saw, reacted in real time during the production of the Amazing Digital Circus to feedback. So instead of having a clear, coherent concept of a show from start to finish, he would tinker and meddle in his own creation based off the perception that other people had for it, which, as far as I'm concerned, is not a good way of doing things. He would banter with people on Twitter about concepts and ideas he had for the show, and decided to say this. Jax is my self-insert. Now, if you've watched the review, Jax is like an antagonist, kind of. He's like a main character, but he's kind of an asshole. And like at least by episode 5, in like the lamest way possible. He's just like rude to people for no apparent reason. But then Gooseworx also says this. When writing this show, Jax is the character that all my intrusive thoughts get funneled into, which would make sense because he's just kind of an asshole for no fucking reason. And then he says this. Jax loves harming women. So if you didn't watch the review, you wouldn't know this, but let me pull up a picture of Gooseworx right here. Gooseworx, there we go. I want you guys to see this face. The face of a stunning and brave trans woman who has broken into the entertainment industry. This is Gooseworx. This is who's saying this. Now, keeping in mind that he is a beautiful, strong trans woman, he has said 3 things in combination. The character... Actually, let me do Jax real quick so you can figure out what the fuck. Okay, here's Jax. He's a rabbit. He has like a perpetually smug grin. Okay. So this is his self-insert, right? The smug rabbit thing. He says, Jax is my self-insert. Jax is where all my intrusive thoughts get funneled into. And then Jax loves harming women. So let's put these together. Let's form a coherent picture. Okay. Should I bring up the JS paint again? Let's do this. Okay. It's like the Holy Trinity, right? You have the Holy Trinity. You got the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. We have Gooseworx. Let's see. Harms. Wait, let me type because it'll be faster. Okay. Harms women. Actually, that would be down here. It's like the Holy Spirit in the side of the Trinity. Intrusive thoughts. Okay. This is like the Son. Okay. And then self-insert, right? I'll put this up here. So if we have the self-insert, the intrusive thoughts, and the harms women, then we are forced to assume, based off what information is available, that Gooseworx wants to harm women and has intrusive thoughts about randomly hurting women he sees in his day-to-day life, and also implied he was willing to tell people this on social media because he wants you to know he gets off on harming women and probably also the Clussy. Okay? These are the 3 things that we can understand about Gooseworx based off this information. Okay? Oh, but it continues. He says he's asked on this random website, probably Tumblr, I guess, from Skater Gamer 69. Hapraguntado says, Jax and Kane are modeled after my own character flaws. This show is me exorcising my demons. So we have a bunny character that loves harming women, and Kane is the character with teeth. I feel like you should also see this. He's a very scary character, actually. He's kind of fucking horrifying. So this is the other one, and he's sort of like the dungeon. If the show is basically like a episodic dungeon master type thing, and the characters are forced. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? That is some crazy fucking fan art. I just noticed this on the Google search thing. Look at this. Isn't that scary? What the fuck is that? So they like task them to go out and do things, right? Every episode, and they're usually like tortuous, I guess, in weird ways. Not really sometimes, which is kind of the inconsistency of the fucking plot. So he says that he wants to like control people and torture them. And then Jax just likes harming women and has intrusive thoughts about harming women. So we can put these two together. Loves harming women, loves having god powers and torturing people, also including women. Intrusive thoughts for harming women. Okay. It's like I can circle this around. Can I hold these things in both? I can. They're circling around. Wait, if I do it like this. Sorry, I'm having fun, chat. Don't interrupt me. Put them at the same size. I can do this Looney Tunes style, like a little cloud thing. You gotta have little Tweety birds. That's just what he thinks about, okay, during the day. And then he made a tweet saying that if Shadman gets into legal trouble or is banned, he would get Shadman's shoes and be edgier than him. So if you don't remember, Shadman is this is in 2021, I guess? Okay, that was when he was arrested, I think. If you don't know, Shadman is very controversial even in the lolicon community because Shadman twice drew lolicon pornography of two different real girls. The first one was Keemstar's daughter, and he sent this directly to Keemstar as like a warning, like if you piss me off, I'm gonna draw you fucking your stepchild. And then when it came to the actor Daphne Keane from Logan, he very explicitly said it was not the character Logan from the show, but it was specifically Daphne Keane. So there was no ambiguity. He drew lolly pornography off of the actress, who was a very young girl and who would definitely see that pornography because people would definitely send it to her. So, and it wasn't just like regular pornography either. It was like violent shit, piss, and like physical abuse lolly pornography of Daphne Keane. That's why he's held in such contempt, even by the lolicon people, because lolicon people have to pretend that they're not sexually attracted to children, and it's all fiction, bro. But Shadman very explicitly said that it was not fictional and that he was drawing real people. So that's what. Oh, and Lieutenant Corbus. You're right. I almost forgot about her. Lieutenant Corbus, of course, who is fucked off from the internet completely, probably because of people like Keemstar. So taking his side and saying he'd be even edgier than that is a little bit Jax pilled, a little bit loves harming women, intrusive thoughts pilled. Okay. Very strange take. Okay. Very weird thing to say out loud in public. That is your Gooseworx update, who is slowly entering my lexicon of fucking weirdos to pay attention to, because even though he's very high profile, he's also a retard.
Thank you for watching this clip by Colonel J. This is the King of Bold here. Remember to like and subscribe. Juice!